Hello friends, welcome to Intuites.
Let's begin the class.
Able to see my screen?
Yes. Yes, Sam.
So, few things. I think the two answers which I am asking you, that is, have you tried that somehow?
I tried one, Samir. The first one I tried,
Mm-hmm.
but I couldn't plot the graph because I was getting the error.
Okay, that's okay. Okay, so let's understand. The first question was to understand the trend of the most sold product, right? The most understand the trend of most sold. Okay, this is the one we want to ask it. Okay, so now first of all, so I have like all data here. Right? So all data, let's take, I'm taking from here, I'm taking my product. Okay, and if I say value underscore counts, right? If I do it, so I will get some data for each and every value, right? So this product got number of rows is this much, means that much time it got sold, right? This much is time, this much is this is time. Okay. Now from here, let's take, I want to take the first 5 products. Okay. First 5 products. In the sense, first top 5 products. So I can do what I can do. I can put my index as 0 to 5. If I put this, we will get only the 5 items, which are the most valuable. Let's take, I will consider the 5. Any questions up to here? Do you have any questions?
No.
Now this is treating like a normal series of data, but I want the list of products. List of products in the sense in the form of an array, okay, or like kind of list. So if you want to take this product and you want to display it as a list, then I want to use a index. Okay, so get the index out of this. Okay, then if you run this, sorry, like this. If you run this now, it will come as a list of all the products. Okay, we'll get a list in a square bracket. We'll get all the products. Okay, so now I will assign this to a most sold product equals to. Okay, got it? Any questions up to here?
No.
Okay. Now what I will do? I will take my the data frame, all data, and I will consider my product. See, slowly I am doing it. Okay? Just understand step by step how I am getting to the answer. Okay. Now I will use a function called is in. Okay. Is in. I will pass this whatever I have in this one. So whatever the product I have, I will just want to filter that. Okay, so if I enter this, what will happen? So you will get true, true, and true. So wherever there is a true, those are the my most sold product. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
Alright. It just makes sense, this two line up to now.
Yes.
Okay. Now this one I will pass as a filter to the all data. So like this. Whatever is true, I want to just display. This part is giving me either true and false. So I just want to print that all data. You will get it the whatever the column I have in this. Okay, if that makes sense. Okay, right?
Yeah.
Now this one I will assign to series. Sorry, referring for most. So this much. Now this is my all my most sold product here. Okay. Now I can create. Let's try to create two things here. Okay. So I will teach you one more thing here. Suppose you want to create. Now if I say let's try to analyze this. This is my finally the products which are most sold here. Okay. There are multiple things right here. So here I want to create a like a pivot table for product and my month column. Okay, for the product in my month column, I want to create a pivot table and there I want to display. So if you want to create a pivot table in pandas, there are multiple ways to do that. So the first way to do it is to take the panda, then there is a function called cross tab. Okay, There is a cluster function is there. Then I will use first data frame here. Then I can say I want to create a month wise, right? Month wise. Then I can say comma. Then I will say product. Okay. So if you run this, hopefully you will get a this kind of data here. You see in the row I have my month. In my column, I have all the products and irrespective of the number of items that I have. Okay, so these products are 10379 on the month. Okay, this is the one table we can create it out of this. This is called the pivot table. Okay, makes sense? Any questions up to here? Are you good?
Yes.
Hello, everybody is okay? Jaya, you all good?
Yeah, I have to try this out. I was trying it out as you said. Once you completed,
Okay.
some output I
Okay.
was not getting, so I was.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is the one way to create your pivot table using the cross-step function. Okay. I'm explaining another way using another image. Okay, so that time what do you do? So take the data frame. This is my data frame. Then you can say group by. Normally group by you are doing that, and inside that, let's group by month, then product. Okay, this to group by, and if you run this, then from here, okay, get the size element. There is a size element of the sorry, spelling mistake. Size. Then you will get like this as well. So for the month of one, these are the product, and these are the number of times they sold or the number of rows they have. The second month also, these are the products, the 5 products, and these are the number of rows. You can get it using this result. Okay. Now from here, if you want to create the similar kind of data which you have in the cross tab, then I can use another function here called size dot unstack. Okay. Unstack. If you unstack it, the way it was. So if you see the cross tab data and your this data is exactly same. Okay. These are the two ways you can create your pivot table in Pandas. Be careful. Okay. These are all I'm saying the syntax which I'm using. It is from the real time zone. Okay. So we will use like this one, either this way or that. Okay.
Samir,
This
one
makes sense.
question. Can we do? We can do all these things in PyCharm also, right?
Yes, you can do that.
Then why are we trying it out in Jupyter? Is there any particular reason?
Just to display it because it is quite good in to display it. Okay, because
Okay. For
it's safe in Jupyter.
analysis. Okay.
That's what I
Samir,
like. Good.
yeah, we are working in PyCharm, right? It's better to take it in PyCharm, then we will get it soon. So it's somewhat toughest to get
Sorry,
it
what
from
is that?
Jupyter. No, Samir, I'm working in we are mostly working in PyCharm.
Uh-huh.
Taking class in PyCharm, it will get everything soon, but it's taking by
I'm not getting the question.
okay, and no, Samir, if we are taking in PyCharm, it will be good
Hmm.
than Jupyter.
You can try it out on your own in the pie chart.
Oh,
Doesn't matter,
okay,
right?
okay, Samir. I'm working in PyCharm. Okay, Samir. Yeah.
Yeah, you can work on. No problem.
Okay.
You can work on any other also, be it Studio or Spider, doesn't matter where you are working. The
Okay,
code
Samir.
remains same because I
Okay,
am using
Samir.
Jupyter for this project because I want to showcase immediately. Because what happened in PyCharm, no, everything I need to put print and all. So in this case, if you put it, it will give suddenly it will give it out. It is quite easy to analyze here. Okay. Like since if any kind of error comes up, how to handle it. So ultimately, it's not like the tool matters here. The matters is here how you are handling.
Okay,
Okay.
Samir. Samir, and also we are using like all the files, feather files, so everything having the same comment, right? Comments, whatever we are using.
Comments. What comments?
No, like group by methods. So everything we are using same, right? In feather files and common files.
Feather files is just to input the get the data. After you created the data frame out of that, everything remains same, right?
Same only.
This is just
So because of fast, okay.
nothing.
Because of
There is
fast read
nothing.
and no, feather file is fast access to read and write, right? Because of that
Yeah,
purpose, we are using mainly.
yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so I got it. Thank you.
Samir, like for this graphical representation, we can have it in PyCharm, or does it displays in a PyCharm, like using this pie chart, bar chart?
Yeah, you can do that in pie chart also.
Okay. Only the problem is like for every statement there we need to use the print statement, but here
Yeah,
the same function we can use it, right? Only instead
yeah.
of using the print, we are getting the same thing. That's it, right?
Don't say that again. That's correct. That's correct only. Don't involve on these things. PyCharm, Jupyter, all these things. Who knows? Any other ID will come into picture when you are joining a new project. So don't stick to your any ID. PyCharm, PyCharm, PyCharm. It's not like that. If you run to a company, that there you will use the Viz Studio from the Microsoft. There you are using the Python code. Then it doesn't matter. You understand the concept. Where you are using doesn't matter. That's simple. I'm talking. Don't discuss all these things like PyCharm, Jupyter, all this. Everything is remains same. Logic you want to understand. That's important. Okay. I'm taking very simple time. Yes, got it. Yeah, got the point,
Uh,
everybody.
yes.
So you can check it out how to plot a line chart here. I'm missing it something. So out of this, I want to create a pie chart. Okay, I think fixed size will work. Fixed size, I think. Let's try to put 6,5. This not okay. Sorry, I want to assign to this to a data frame. Okay, sorry, pivot underscore df. First, sorry for that. Now I can pivot underscore df and let's say 8,2. This is creating a line chart. Okay, I'm just creating a line chart. Yeah, something kind of a line chart is comes up here. If you see, these are the top products, top 5 products, and these are the trending sales. And if you see here, by seeing the lines, I think on the December month, these are if you see, consider the high somewhere around. This is very high, and even on the December month, the sales become very high. Maybe due to some promotion or any kind of sales is there that time. Okay, like Christmas sales or the Big Billion Day sales or whatever maybe. Okay, or the anything that's maybe due to that all the sales happen on that particular month, and this is the trend which you are looking at. Okay, it just makes sense up to here. This is the answer I was looking at. Jaya, did you try this question or other question?
I tried this, but I didn't do it so much. I just, since you said you figure it out and do it, I have done it with just multiplying the product with each. So I took total sales first with quantity ordered into price of each,
Mm-hmm.
and then group by with product, total sales into dot sum. I did till there. So yeah, the graphical part I was not getting at all. It was giving me error. I tried certain codes, what you had done it in the class also, Samir. When I tried it, I am getting the same code if I write also in Jupyter. It is giving me extreme float value. It is not adding up the value also. It is just giving me just number of ones, and then even if I give dot sum, yesterday's class, one of the thing what you had done with count, that means you did quantity ordered and price of each with mean yesterday's class. I'm not getting any of the output as how you have got in the class Jupyter.
Mm-hmm.
So Jupyter, it is at each step it is giving me mean is not available. It is not defined. Name error.
You have to import the NumPy also.
Yeah, I did import NumPy. I import pandas. Everything with pip install. I have done.
Maybe that cell after importing, just run that cell one more time. Maybe
Okay.
that particular cell
Data
is not
frame.
able to
Yeah, I
identify.
did. Yeah, I tried it that way also once again, because I remember you telling in the class that it is you have to do it. So I did that also. My
Mm.
Jupyter, I don't know. I will reinstall. I thought today, but then I didn't find time after doing all these
Okay,
things. I'll
okay,
try once
fine.
again, Samir.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
The
Thank
last,
you.
yeah, and last one, the analysis of what products are most sold together. We need to identify this question. Okay, this is the last answer which I am looking at. One more thing, I will complete this, and after that, I have given two CSV file you saw in the chat, the IPL data analysis. Two files I have given. the CSV file.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So took that file that I downloaded from Kaggle. I didn't create anything. Okay. Simply I downloaded from the Kaggle. And as you know, now we have an idea about how to handle Python and all. So we are covered up most of the stuffs like anything. So that you need to take that file and come up with your own solution. How you are trying to implement that. Okay. That's your task. That's like a your project only. Okay. You need to do it. Okay. Does that make sense? And if you, after doing something, if you stuck somewhere, do let me know. But I want that effort from your side so that I can understand that, okay, you are trying something, yes, I can do it after that. Okay. Does that make sense?
Okay, sir.
Now, let's try and understand. So, first of all, in this case, the what products are most sold together, right? So, in this case, the first approach I will take it is I want which are the order ID are duplicated. If the order ID are duplicated, then I can say that these are the products sold multiple times, right? If the order ID are duplicated. Okay. In one product, that could be n number of times it got purchased. Okay. But let's say first customer one, order ID is one. Second one customer, second one. So I can understand that. Okay. Yes, these are the products which are sold together. Okay. Or sold multiple times. Okay. By the different customer. So I want to get first the duplicate order items that I want to get it. Okay. So first of all, let's say all data. Okay, I'm getting it. Now from here, I will take the order ID, order order ID. I'm getting order ID dot duplicated. Right. This is the item I should get it. So here I'm getting this one, all the duplicated. So wherever there is a true, all these things. Now if I say here another parameter, keep equals to false. So this becomes keep equals to false. We can put it.
Index.
What will happen if here? Then I can pass this information to my all data as a field. Whatever the item I will get, these are the all the duplicated items. Okay, if you see 176560, 176560, two times it got out. One time it got Google phone along with the wired headphone also ordered. Okay, one time, one time. So these are the number of different duplicate orders I have. Okay, and I will pass this to let's take df underscore duplicate this information to a data frame. The first part is completed. Get the number of duplicate orders. Any questions up to here? Good.
Why we keep the keep value as false? We can keep it as true, right? Because these are the duplicates only, right? Then what I mean is
Okay.
like 17650 is the duplicate one only, right? Already it's a duplicated one.
I'm running again. You can understand from that, Anita. I think we need to cover up few things. Yeah. Now, without that, I'm just running it. Now, understand that. Hmm. Now, if I do keep equals to false, what will happen? Why I'm keeping it? This I will not explain right away. Because these are the things I think we discussed completely. Now, tell me why I'm doing a keep equal to false here.
Uh, Keep equal false means it should bring up only the unique records. It should not bring other duplicate values. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. What about others, guys?
To keep the
Yeah,
index.
in filter it will print the true values only,
To get the index
like
value.
duplicate values.
Sorry, come again. What is it?
Yeah, in filter it will take duplicate values, true value equal
Yeah,
to true other than
correct.
false.
The other than false. So it is saying keep equals to false means it will take all the true values only. Exactly. That's what we are giving the keep equal to false. That's the meaning of this statement. It will take all the true values except the false value. Make sense, Anita? Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the one I created now. Now, from here, I want to identify. So we are getting some data. If you say this df duplicated, let's run this, and we are getting some data here. So now what I need here in this sense, for this, let's say for this order ID, okay, I don't want the data in the form of a row by row. Okay, what I need here in this case is I should have a, let's take on the 176560. There are two products but sold. The one is the Google phone and second one is the wired headphone. I want the data should be like this. Let me write it. Google phone. My output should be like this. Okay. Phone, comma, wired headphone. For each product, wherever there is duplicates and how many products I have sold, I should get the data like this in a comma separated with a group. Okay. So if it is three products, it should be product one, comma product two, comma product three, like a list. Okay, in the form of a comma. Does that make sense? What is my requirement? You understand the
Yes,
requirement? Then I will come. I'll go to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Samir, in Google you add L, so we have to remove that L.
That's fine. That's fine. This I'm just giving the output.
Okay, sir.
I'm just showing it. Nothing matter. It will come up from the table only. It will make sense. Okay. You got the point? What I'm trying to do here. Okay. Now, how to do that? Okay. So first of all, let's take this one. Okay, df.duplicator. Just carefully observe. Okay, this is a new topic again I'm discussing here, and I will do a group by here. Group by. Group by. I will take the order ID anyway. I want to take it the order ID only. Okay. Then, then I will take
Keep is equal.
the product. Yeah, I will take the product as well. Okay. Then I will take, I want to apply a function. Suppose let's take, anyway, I want to concatenate all these things, right? So whatever the product I have, I want to just put a first product, comma, second product, comma, third product, something like a concatenation is happening for each and every row, okay, on the frame. And as you know, if I want to apply a certain function to all the rows on the data frame, then I need to use a apply function, right? Are you good up to here? Whatever I written?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. But the last time, if you remember, I have created a function, then I applied it. You remember, I think somewhere it will be there.
Can someone please go on mute? We can hear the background noise.
Yeah, you see here, I have created a def return month, then I have applied the function and I apply this function itself, right? To split that city kind of things. That time I have created a separate function here, definition, and I applied that to each and every member here using the apply. Remember this part?
Yes, sir.
So the same thing I want to apply, but this time I will not create a separate function. If I not create a separate function, then how I will create a function? Here comes your lambda expression.
Lambda function.
Yeah. So here comes the lambda. So I will take lambda here, anonymous function. So lambda. I'll take a parameter called x. Okay. Then what exactly this operation will do? This function will do. It will take all the order ID and join with the comma, something like that. Okay. So when this concatenation kind of things comes up, like one product, then comma, second product, or even instead of comma, if you want to put semicolon or something like that, then there is a function in pandas that is called a join method. Okay. So what I will do here in this case, I will take comma, because the comma is my separator, right, between this one. Then I will use a function called join and I will put x. Okay, that's it. I want to do it. So what will happen? So it will take the product, all the product. Anyway, it will group by the order ID, and it will take the product and apply a lambda function on each product, it will just join with a comma. Join means it's a concatenation. Join means not that join on the database join. Join is we have a merge here in the pandas to join it, right? But this join is something like it will take all the products and it will put it the comma. But after each product for the each order ID, it will comma 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 and it will give you. Okay, very simple lambda function I have written here. And this is the anonymous function, right? Let's run this and you will get the data like this. Here, if you see the first USB-C cable, then comma, then wired headphones. For this product, Apple Airport headphones, comma, A battery headphones. Got it? This is the join function works. Any questions you guys have?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Are you good here?
Yeah.
Okay. But
Yes.
one problem I have after running this. My order ID is looking like an index. It should be a column. This order ID, I need it as a column rather than index. Okay? Rather than index. So what do I need to do for that? Tell me. Now order ID, whatever
Dot
I'm getting it, is
dot
like a
index
index. Dot reset index.
or reset.
I think
Okay.
yesterday I explained this. Okay. So if I use the reset index, then I will get as a data frame and I will get order ID now as a column and index will be 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, up to now it is clear.
Yes.
I'm going slow, very slow. Okay, first I do a group by, then I apply a lambda function to join back, then I use a reset index. Fine, up to now. Okay,
Yes.
now I want to change this head, this product to rename this product heading of this column because I have order ID and product now. This product I want to change it to grouped products. Let's say in any column. I will explain you one more way to rename as well now. Okay. Now up to here it is clear. Any questions? No questions, right? Okay. Now I will do dot rename. I have a function called rename here. Inside that I can put columns equals to in a data frame wise, oh sorry, in a dictionary
Dictionary.
wise, I will say product. This is my original column, right? Then I will put this as a grouped underscore products. Okay, this is the way I can rename this column. Now I think we are good. Okay, now this is got the rename called grouped underscore product. Okay, so this is done. Up to here, any questions up to here, guys?
No questions.
And I will assign this to a data frame called duplicate products. Something, whatever. That's up to your choice. You can give any name. Products equals to this much. Enter it. Now, if we enter this, you will get this much. Now, this is my data frame which holds the order ID and the respective group products with a comma. Okay, and I have the all data is there. Sorry, I have my df dot duplicated as well. Okay, so this is one data frame, and I have the original one which is called the df underscore duplicate, where I am getting all the duplicate order ID. Right now, these two data frame, I want to merge it, and I want to get this group product column into my df underscore duplicate. How I will do it? I want from the duplicate products data frame the group product column into my df duplicate. How I will do it? Can somebody tell me? Getting the question?
No, no. DF duplicate column into?
You will understand that. What is df duplicated? Which will hold all the duplicate orders, correct? All the
Yeah.
columns. And from there we have defined, we have kept, this is duplicated, right? df duplicated. First we created. Okay. Then from here, we take that DF duplicated and we created a new data frame called duplicate products, which holds the order ID and the respective group products with a comma. It does make sense? Two things, two data frames now I have duplicated DF duplicated and duplicate products. Did that make sense now? Are you getting it?
Yes.
Yes, Samir.
Now the question is, I have in my duplicate products, can somebody go on mute? In my duplicate products, I have two columns, order ID and my group products. And on the df.duplicated, I have all the columns, name, sales, order ID, everything. Now my point is, I want this group products, this column into my df duplicated data frame. How I will do it?
Df duplicated of column name.
How I will do that like that? We have there is a two data frame
Can
inside
we
it, right?
merge
Yes,
data
exactly.
frame? Can we merge dot merge?
Yeah, we need to merge only. There is no other way. So I will take this duplicated item dot merge with what? With
Duplicate underscore
product.
product.
Correct. With duplicate underscore products. With duplicates. Sorry. Duplicate underscore products. Okay.
There is no
Then,
O, I guess, Samir. PRD, I guess you have written.
oh, that's great. Okay, let me change it. PRO. Let me change it. Otherwise, it is most problem. TUCTS. Let me run this and okay, good. Okay, then I will take what are the parameter I need to give while doing the join? What are the parameters I need to give?
Both the things, left frame and the right frame, and
Mhm. So you guys are not
how are
taking
we
the point.
merging? How are we merging?
Right, exactly. First I am doing a left join. So this is my left table and this is my right table. How it goes to left. So it will be a left join. Correct?
Yeah,
And I have on left on right on I can give left underscore on order ID, right underscore on order ID because both the data frame have the order ID
order ID on
based
the
on the
condition. Yeah.
yeah. But if you have a same kind of columns, right? I can directly give another condition here. Rightly on equals to order ID. I can directly give like this as well. This is also one more way to do it. So on order ID, in the sense we are saying that both the tables have the order ID only. If both the columns are same, okay. In the sense, in the first column I have order space ID, and the second data frame also order space ID. Then I can use this column. If one of the data frame is order ID and one data frame is order underscore ID, then it will not work. Then you need to go with the normal syntax like left on and right on. Okay, did that make sense? Very good. Okay. Now let's run this. Then we will get my group products into my here. Okay, got it. Now I will assign this into my let's say duplicate underscore product underscore df. Okay, I will assign this. Now let me run this. So now here one problem. We got it. Now we have a problem here. If you see, there are two duplicate rows are there because the ultimate goal is we got one thing like what is exactly my the group products are. Okay, but here the order rights are duplicated here. Both are. So I just want to now I want to remove the duplicate from this table. I don't want it single because anyway I got my the group products which are sold for that particular order. So for this particular order, I got what are the products sold together. I already got in my case. So I can now from this data frame, I can delete the duplicates. So for that, it will be slightly confusing for you guys, but just go through the video one more time, twice and all. I think it will be okay. Okay. Now I will say drop underscore duplicates, but I want to duplicate from only from the order ID rather than everything. Okay. So for that, I will say subset equals to my order ID, right? I can do that like this. This I want to execute, and I will pass this into number of something like that. No, anything. Sorry, duplicate underscore if equals to this much. Okay. Now if I run this data, then we will get these are the product I have. So what you will get here from this? Okay, try and understand. So for the order ID, somebody has purchased Google phone, and there is another order on the Google phone, and somebody has the wired headphones. By seeing this, we can recommend to the customer when you are going to a Amazon site, right? You are purchasing something. Let's say suppose you type it like the let's take any kind of phone. Okay, so it will give a suggestion related to the phone along with accessories as well, right? The headphone, the charger, or the battery, how they are maintained. This is called the analysis. That this is the frequent product somebody has bought along with these products. Okay, so if somebody wants the batteries, and somebody bought Google phone as well along with that in this case, and somebody got the Apple AirPods. After that, he is looking for the headphones and things like that. So this combination we can recommend to the customer saying that okay, these are the products can be frequently brought together. This analysis will be helpful. Okay. Now from here we can take it the plot whatever you want to do is just do it. But this is the final data which I was looking. Okay. Any steps you guys have? Any questions, do let me know. I'm going through each and every steps on this particular item. So here, from here. On the 78, any data, any doubt you guys have on the 78 line, this line?
Samini, when I ran this code, I am getting order ID index 1, which says none, 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 none on all the column.
I would say don't write now, Jay. Take it a
Yeah,
pause.
I just tried after I
Yeah, I
writing,
got
I just tried,
mm,
but I'm not
maybe.
getting that code. Yeah, I
Mhm.
just wanted to know why I'm having that thing.
Yeah,
I
that
just
is what
tried
that
that one,
hmm.
just
I
one
got.
I tried, but I got the output to be
Yeah, I got it. Maybe there could be any sales was missing or something will be there. So I will
okay.
say just do an R&D on that slowly
Yeah,
and try and
I'll do it.
understand what exactly I'm doing it. So we learn a
Yeah, yeah.
couple of new concept here. So this one we
Thank
know
you.
that already, the duplicated data, duplicate function. But here the on the 87 line, I have used a very good function like group by. You know that. Apply that. We can use a lambda in the join. This is very important. You want to understand this. Why you are using a join here. Okay. And reset index, you know, rename columns. We are doing it. So this is the things we can do it, and after that I think it's a straightforward one. Then we are merging it, then we are just putting into the subset. Okay. Okay, I think this is the uh, complete your very small project, but I think you will learn so many stuffs from here to enhance your Python learning. Okay, so I will share this file. You can follow along with this, the sales data analysis, and based on this kind of analysis, we can start working on your the IPL data analysis, which I given the two files. Okay, first complete this completely. Whatever I have the four question. I think five. How many questions we answered on this one? Five, right? I think.
5 questions.
Come on. Yeah, 5 questions we answered. Same way, try to identify that IPL data by seeing the data. What are the questions you want to answer from that? Analyze that. Oh, okay, I understand that when you are working on a real time, that requirement will come from the client. But now understand that you are a business analyst. You need to create your own requirement. Okay, then we need to answer that as well. So think like that on that perspective by seeing the data, then analyze it. Okay, then how to do it, you will see. And after I will see the efforts. If somebody is doing it, I can smell it. Okay, how exactly you are doing on the IPL data analysis. Based on that, if you are stuck in there, do let me know. I will. We can discuss on that as well. Okay, is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Or or suggestion would be choices. I will give you the questions on that Excel, and you need to find the answer. Which one you are preferring? Be frank. Second option works out.
So
Yes.
first we'll try for the just give us a day time.
Yeah,
Uh, we'll come up with our own questions. You
hmm,
can filter out and you can give you on top of it your questions. Just
sure.
want to try how it will be. I just want to try.
Sure. Okay, that's great. What about others? What
Either
about
way
other guys?
works, Samir.
Either way works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would suggest take this weekend to first of all complete this sales data. Then sit on that data and try to find out some question. Either Monday or Tuesday, let me know whether you guys have questions. Then post it on the comments. I will sort it out, the questions, what exactly you need to answer it. And finally, we'll like like finalize some questions that we need to after that we need to answer it. Okay, is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Okay, but please do it. Okay, please do it. And don't like leave the Python. I don't know how you are practicing the SQL. Are you guys practicing SQL as well parallelly?
No,
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 Samir. No.
no,
no,
sir. Yeah.
you should not do that. You should not. Please do practice.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
So till you get a job, don't leave the practice on any of the topic, neither Python SQL. Because see, I will tell you, as from the start only I told you, you are not targeting to a specific job position here. If any SQL developer comes up, then you should be aware of the SQL as well, right? So you should target all the areas. Don't focus that okay, I will learn SQL, Python, and Azure, then I will target only the data engineering world. No, if I get a SQL developer also, I will go for because I know SQL. I can develop something out of this. Correct? If I know separately only a Python developer, then I will target the Python developer as well. Along with that, I will have the Azure add-on. Right? So be flexible yourself. Now the trend is like that only. Makes sense, right? For you guys. That's what I am more focused on these two areas. Because once you have the fundamentals strong, right, then it will be a cakewalk for you guys on the Databricks or nothing. Databricks is on top of the Python only. Only slightly changes will be there. It's called the PySpark. The Spark on a Python. Because in Python, only one problem is there. I don't know whether you were able to identify this problem. In Python, can't run on a multiple cluster. Okay. In one system, we are running it and it will fetch the data and it will give it. There will be, suppose, huge number of data is there, like in a big data environment. Like you understand the big data in the sense the data set is very high. Okay. When directly if you go for a core Python, if you want to process the data, right, the performance will be dictated there. So that's why the Spark cluster will come into picture, which will give you the cluster mechanism, which will give you distributed computing, parallel processing. Each and every time I can run it in a different system. But the underlying code is Python. That is called the PySpark. Okay. Whatever you are using, all the functions here and there slightly tweak will be there, but that is called the PySpark. And that is the backbone of your big data. PySpark is, if you done PySpark, half of your job is done in Spark. Okay. And if you learn Python SQL, you can survive in any industry nowadays. Okay. Because Python is used anywhere. Suppose think like that. Okay. You know Python and you enter to a project. The tools is a new one. We don't know that tool, but the underlying code written there in Python. Then they will take you. You know the tool, the XYZ tool. Who knows? Okay. So I'm giving an example. You know any tool called Alteryx? Remember, have you heard about that tool? Alteryx. Anytime.
No, sir.
So this is like a ETL tool, okay, like the data load. So we can integrate Python into that alternatives also. So to load the data and getting the data, all these things. Okay. So suppose that kind of requirement come up, you don't know the alternatives, that's fine. But you know the Python, they will take you. Because you know Python, okay? Because you can write the code inside. That is important. Okay? Getting my point?
Yeah.
Getting the point, right? Yeah.
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 And after that, based on your interest, one thing you need to do it. One thing is, I explain you the pandas and numpy. These two library I explain you. You need to learn on yourself one library on the Python. I will help you on guiding that, but that you need to self learn because if I start doing that, it will be very lengthy for you. That library is called the Boto3. Just like a pandas and numpy, there is another library on the Python called the Boto3. Why Boto3? Boto3 is used to work with AWS. Okay, so what is AWS? We know that. In AWS, suppose you have any files, you want to read it, you want to write it in the AWS, you want to do something on the AWS environment, then the library which will help you is called the Boto3 along with the pandas. Okay, so search for the Boto3 documentation in Google and slowly just try to do that how they are doing it. Okay, this is not now after your project, take your time. It will not take much time to learn this Boto3. If you learn this, add on to your kitty also. It will be very good, I'm saying. Okay, I'm there to help you, but that ultimately all your effort. Okay, that makes sense. I'm there to help you on each and every path, but the effort should be come from your end. Okay, got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, Samir, once more, sorry. Boto
Mhm.
3 is a library just like Pandas
Yeah,
and NumPy.
correct,
We
correct,
have to just
correct.
import it the same way.
Yeah, yes, yes, correct, correct. And that
Okay.
And the
contains all
purpose
the
is also
function.
same, sir, for
Purpose
the
is
data
Boto.
analysis.
Yeah, the Boto3 purpose is if you want to read something from the AWS, because in AWS there could be any data, right? So that data, if you want to read it, you need to use the bot. That's it.
Okay.
After that, once you read it, you can create a data frame out of that using the pandas. Then you can do whatever you want to do it. But to use it, to read it and write it to the AWS, you need to use the Boto3. Okay.
Like a data frame.
Sorry.
Like a data frame in Panda.
How? In the sense, pandas is being used for the data analysis. Boto3 will be used for the AWS services. In the AWS services, in Amazon AWS, right? We have lots of services. EC2, S3, all these objects are there.
Okay.
From there, suppose you want to read something or write back into something, right? Then you need to
Okay.
use the Boto3 along with the pandas.
Got it.
So that is also one add-on. If you add to your kitty, it will be good. Okay. Okay. On that stand, I think let's try to do something here. Okay. I will explain you one more thing. As of now, we are doing a connection to all the databases. Sorry, file. Let's create a file here and let's try and understand database connection. Just 1 second. Database underscore connections. Okay. Now, for that, I will import pandas as PD. This is the normal one. Then we need to import one more library where the normal traditional databases like the SQL Server, Oracle, MySQL, all this data, right? Whatever the database I have, for that one library is there. Boto3, I told you for the AWS services. Suppose any database is in the AWS databases, then we need to use the Boto3. We will not work with this library, which I will explain you now. Suppose the database is at Snowflake, then there is a separate library for the Python. So we need to use all the libraries. Okay. So now for this, suppose I have a SQL Server, Oracle, or MySQL, then I will say SQL all. I don't know whether this is installed or not. So this is the library which I want to use it. SQL all can for pandas. Sorry, not for pandas, to connect to the SQL. Okay, are you getting it? Yeah. So now let's create a engine variable here. So I will say sl dot. I will create engine. Okay, sl dot create engine. So here, first of all, I want to put, if I want to connect to the what you call it, macro SQL server, I will say MS SQL first of all. Then I will put a double quote. This is the slash. Then I need to consider the server name. So if I go to my database, if I go into this one, properties, then my server name is this much. Okay, you can copy this, and this is your server name would be. Okay, your server name, my server name will be different. You can put it like this. Then slash the database name. Database name is which database I'm currently SQL demo. Okay, SQL demo. So SQL demo is your thing will be different. Okay, whatever you have created. This all setup is there for you when you learn the SQL, right? I think it should be. Okay. SQL demo. Then there's a question mark. Then I will say driver equals to go for search for ODBC here in your search button. ODBC 64-bit and click on the drivers. And you should have a driver, right? For SQL Server. Just understand ODBC driver for 17 for SQL Server. Whatever you have on your system, there you need to write it. Not like I have written 17, you need to write the 17. Okay, so I will write something like ODBC. You need to give a plus, okay? It will not work like that how it is there. I will say driver plus 17 plus for SQL plus server. Something like this. Okay, once this is done, then I will say I will create a connection object con equals to engine dot
Open.
connect. Now connect. So that's it. This is the connection. If everything looks good, it should work. Yeah. Now my connection to the database is done. Okay. Now I can read the data and I can write the data as well to the screen. So I'm explaining how to read the data now, but after that you can we'll see tomorrow how I can write the data into the SQL as well. So let's create a simple data frame here. So I say df underscore SQL equals to pd dot. I should have a function called read SQL. Read underscore SQL. Yeah, SQL query, not query. SQL query. Okay, then I can give here. Let's say select star from my sales order. Okay, and I can give any complex logic here. Anything, joins, your everything. Okay, but where you will get this list start from order? So always give after this first parameter. We need to give the connection name. Okay, so the parameter name is con. Con means the connection equals to whatever the variable you have created. We can give C, D, anything. Okay, don't get confused. So the first one, the con, it should be con only because this is the parameter equals to whatever you create. It should be con, connection, connections, whatever may be. It doesn't matter. The second parameter, the first parameter should be con. That is parameter. Okay. Now if I enter it, and if I say df underscore SQL, I should get all the data whichever I have, okay, from my table. Okay, if that makes sense, this is way to create a database connectivity. All right.
Okay.
And we'll see tomorrow from here how we can write something from, we'll read something data from the file and we'll put it into the database. That we'll see. Okay.
Samir,
Hmm.
Samir, is this the ETL?
Yeah. This is it here. Correct. This is it.
Okay, Samir.
Sir, one thing, sir. So if you try to change anything from here, then it will be automatically reflected in the database, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We'll see that tomorrow. So we'll have a file, right? Order data return file. We'll try to join everything in the pandas only. Then we'll create right back to the database with a new table. There, we'll do that.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Samir, one more question. Regarding these duplicates, right? Group products, you tried to add it into another df underscore duplicates, right? So instead of that one, in the basics, when we learned it, there is an option like extend, right? To combine the data of the two lists. So how can
That is list. This is data frame. List is fine. List. Yeah, this is data frame. We are talking about the pandas. List is the core Pythons. There is no list in pandas, brother.
Okay, if someone asks say a regular person, like then how could we know that this should go with pandas or this should go with list? Because the requirement, whenever you ask, right, I just got the idea
But
of
you are
extend only.
no, but you are reading the data from pandas, right? The first point is pandas only. You are creating on the first line itself by reading the file and you are transferring to data frame. Once it is data frame, everything is pandas only. There is no chance of list. The first line
Okay.
itself you declare, and you are reading a file.
Mm-hmm.
Your list is something like a list, one or two objects, right? Or list of objects. List is
Okay, okay,
different.
got
Data
it.
frame is
Okay, Samir, thank you.
okay. So just practice this. This also one thing you need to change this part. Okay, your server plus your database drivers. I think it should be same. If it is not same, change it. Whatever it will be there. I showed you, no, how to take the drivers. Take the ODBC 64-bit and go to the driver and check that what is there for the SQL server. Whatever the name it is written, we need to put that. It is 18, 19. I think it should be 17. But anyway, if it is not there, you just put it back. Okay. Makes sense, right?
Yes, sir.
O- Okay, fine. I don't have other database right now, but you can check if you want to check for the go to the SQL Alchemy documentation on Google and check for other data sources like Oracle, how you can connect, or even Postgres, how you want to connect if you want to. Otherwise, it is fine with the MS SQL right now.
Can you connect to SAP HANA and all HANA database also?
SAP HANA, I never tried. I don't know. Miss SQL Alchemy or any other library will be helpful. You can check on it. Any documentation you have. I never use SAP HANA actually. So I can't comment on that. But I can check it out for you. But there should be a possibility. It should be there somewhere. But not that is 100% that not with this library. We can't connect to the HANA. Maybe some other libraries.
Even
I
Oracle
don't
is
know.
also we are having it, right? Is there any other separate library to connect with,
No,
with that one?
this library will helpful for Oracle, SQL Server, MySQL, these three.
Okay.
And for the AWS, I told you the Boto 3. For the Azure databases, there is a separate library that we'll explain. I will explain when I log into the PySpark that because anyway we were learning the Azure one. And for the Snowflake, there is another library. And for the HANA, all these things I don't know because nowadays I don't know where you are using the HANA. And which industry I works, I never use the SAP side of that. So that could be another. You can check it out if you want. Okay. Okay. And that sense, I think I'm done.